this episode, I will show you how to make this amazing overalls Sarah Jessica Parker was wearing in one of her episodes of And Just Like That. Sarah Jessica Parker is expertly incorporating some 2024 summer trends into the upcoming season of the hit HBO Max show And Just Like That. On Tuesday, July 2nd, where she was filming the sequel to the iconic television show Sex and the City in, you guessed it, New York City, the actress wore a pair of the paint-splattered denim overalls over white blouse featuring a vintage subway map. The blouse is designed by Dolce & Gabbana. Highlights not only the New York City subway system, but also underground maps from other iconic cities like London and Tokyo. Sarah Jessica Parker outfit was estimated for $2,192, and I will show you how to accomplish very similar look for $150. Hello and welcome back to Marta from Spa. We're gonna actually making jeans from this episode. So I will show you how to make them under $40. I purchased similar jeans. I mean, they're not similar at all, but the whole idea of this video is to make them similar on Amazon. And I paid, I believe, $25 for them. And I got huge jeans like that on purpose because if you noticed on the video, her jeans are super oversized. They have actually tie in a waist and they have scrunchies on her leg sleeves. So we're gonna turn those wide, huge jeans. I think color is pretty similar to something what Sarah was wearing in one of the episodes. It's not Sex and the City, it's now like a new series. I don't watch it. It's actually how I saw this outfit. It was suggested in one of the Google subjects when I opened Google search, and then I saw it. I love Sarah Jessica Parker. I know who she is. I love her sense of fashion. She's just amazing putting cool outfits together. And when I saw this specific outfit, which I'm talking about right now, I said I have to make it. I have to make a jeans which are very similar to what she's wearing. And I came up with a fantastic, super easy idea how to make them. I'm just gonna say it up front. Basic sewing skills are required and understanding of sewing machine and how everything works. Yes, that's not gonna be very easy project for someone who doesn't know how to sew at all. So you need to have some basic sewing skills. And obviously I'm gonna link those jeans in the description below. And I will describe what the general plan of mine is to accomplish. What we're gonna do, we're gonna purchase oversized overalls. They have to be like on very thin side, not like a very thick denim. Overalls, they have to be very thin. So I found the perfect pair on Amazon. I believe they were like $25, and I sized them up. I would probably wear like extra small. I went to medium, but also don't be suggested. Sometimes Amazon sellers, especially the one from Asia, the sizing is really off. So that's supposed to be medium. They do not have pockets in the back. They are super thin, and they have very wide leg. So what I actually wanted very wide leg. And the reason why I wanted to very wide leg, because if you look at the reference photo, her jeans, they have elastic on the bottom, and they have a tie in the waist. So we will attach tie to our waist and we will attach elastic to the bottom. And in order to get this puffy look, we have to get the jeans which are a little bit bigger than the size we normally wear. So before we actually gonna even paint them, I want to first sew them and finish what I need to finish as far as all these alterations goes and attaching the band and everything. And then we're gonna get to the point of painting and getting the look which Sarah has on the reference photo. So again, I suggest to looking for the jeans which are super thin, which they don't have anything in their waist, so they're pretty plain and simple, so you can attach everything you need without any issues. So like you see over here, the back of the jeans is super plain. They don't have this like additional kind of like traditional waist. They're pretty plain. They already have I don't know how you call them, like this tiny folds in front, but it doesn't bother me because we're gonna add elastic band to it. And they have super wide leg, which we're going for. So let's get started, guys. I'm gonna lower the camera a little bit. I measured my elastic band and I decided to go with 1.5 inches, 4 centimeters wide elastic band. So I'm making a tunnel for the jeans, for the band, a little bit wider. So the elastic band will slide in very easily over there, and then I'm gonna hand stitch the ends. I like my elastic bands to be flat. I don't want that like this bulky ends after we tie the knots. So once I'm gonna do the tunnels and I'm gonna slide in my elastic band, I'm gonna hand stitch it flat so we have nice and round flat edge. So before I'm gonna finish another another side of my pants, I wanted to show you the finished side with the scrunching. I just have to even it up nicely, and that's the one which waiting for me to put elastic in. So this one already has elastic in, and this one I did a tunnel, and I did a tunnel with a double stitch on the bottom and on top because I thought it's gonna have like a nicer finish, just like that. And now I'm gonna put elastic in the tunnel, and I'm gonna be done with a bottom of the jeans, and I'm gonna move on to waist, and that's another challenge waiting over there. So I had to shorten my pants so they're not gonna be too puffy on the bottom, because I told you I am pretty short, I'm 5'3", and the overalls were very long, so I had to first cut them and then I actually sew the tunnel. So that's side which is done, and this is side which waiting for elastic band to go in. Alrighty, so both of those are already done, and I cut them kind of above my ankle because I didn't want it to have them too puffy like Sarah had in a show, because I feel like I don't wear heels, so it's gonna make me look very short. So now it's time to attack the waist. And because waist already have this tiny folds and I have this illusion of raunchy waist, I'm just gonna add a little bit in front. I'm gonna actually sew bias tape in the back of the jeans to create a tunnel for tiny rope. And I'm not gonna involve the back of the jeans because I didn't wanna buy size large, because I don't wanna look like I'm wearing huge bag. So size medium, it's a little bit oversized, so just gonna add a little bit extra. So now the question is, since the string's gonna be from here to here and just in the front, probably the next good step would be to do openings first before I'm gonna actually close it with a bias tape. And I think after that, I'm gonna cut my string in half because it's not going to be like one long piece. It's gonna have to go from this side to this side. So I think I'm gonna cut it half, attach the string first, and then actually sew the bias tape on top of it, because yeah, otherwise I'm gonna have to somehow stitch it over here. Yeah, so actually that's going to the plan. First, I'm gonna make the openings in front for the string. I'm gonna finish them nicely. Then I'm gonna cut the string half. Then I'm gonna sew each string to each side of my jeans. And as a last, I will put my bias tape. So this is the bias tape I'm planning to use. I decided to go with the light blue, so it's gonna kind of match the pants. If it's gonna be slightly visible on the sides, it's not gonna be really looking ugly. So I'm gonna go with light blue, and that's gonna create a tunnel. That's gonna create a tunnel for the rope for the front of the jeans. And hopefully that's gonna be way easier task than making the bottom of the jeans, because oh boy, I struggle with that. And if you're actually using very wide elastic, when you actually putting elastic in the tunnel, it kind of falls. So that's why it's easier sometimes to sew it, but I didn't want to sew it for obvious reasons. I told you guys why. And I had to unfold it. It was just disaster, but I made it. So this was my test buttonhole, and now I'm gonna make 2 buttonholes on the opposite sides over here, and that's where I'm gonna put a string through. So fingers crossed, wish me luck. It's only 1 shot, so I mean 2 shots, but hopefully it's gonna work, because it took me few tries on my new sewing machine to actually perfect the buttonhole. So that was try number 1, and then 2 and 3, and then I finally made it. So hopefully after all these tries it will work. So it actually worked. The first one came out kind of funny because guess what? The thread broke right in the middle of it, but this machine is pretty smart because it's actually finished the job when the thread broke. And yeah, they came out great. So I have a hose. Now I'm gonna cut my string or rope, whatever, and then I'm gonna attach it by my hand to the sides, pull it through this, and then potentially attach the bias tape in the back. I'm gonna use this blouse as my inspiration to splatter the overalls which we are making. And if you noticed on the inspiration photo from the movie, her jeans or her blouse, it's actually matching the color combination, and they really complement each other. So I pick up those colors, I'm gonna dilute them as I did with the other paint, and I'm gonna splatter my jeans since everything is already set up for the Frida, so I'm gonna be done with this messy part of both projects. So now I will splatter my sweatshirt with the paint, and when I learned to get a best splattering results is to dilute the paint with the water. I tried it go directly with the can, but paint seems to be too heavy and just leave like a big clumps in some areas, which I don't like. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna mix it first 50-50 with the water and check how it's gonna splatter, and then if it's still not going to be what I want, I'm gonna add more water. But obviously I'm not gonna test it on the shirt. I'm just gonna try to splatter on some piece of fabric and then see how it's gonna work and potentially add more water, because I am doing black paint, maybe a little bit white for the contrast, and then I'm gonna do the quote. So I'm gonna be testing everything on a side on different fabric in order to see it how the paint actually flies. I am not a big lover of heels, and she's wearing this bedazzled, gorgeous pumps which cost $1,600. There is a lot similar shoes, like Sarah Jessica Parker wore, but I am more of like running around girl, so I still like the bling bling as Sarah wore with her outfit. I think it was very cute and brought this extra wow factor to this whole outfit. But I decided to go with very sparkly ballet flats, which are also super popular right now. And in my lifestyle, they're easier to run around and do errands, and I am photographer, so it's easier for me to go around the studio. And again, they are very popular right now as well. That would be my version of Sarah Jessica Parker outfit from the show I Forget Again, That's It, or This Is It. And I made my overalls slightly shorter. I don't like rolling my pants, and I like something more loose and puffy. And my shirt was inspiration, color theme was inspiration for splattering my jeans. And I did very settled because I wanted to match my shirt and go with the shirt nicely. Basically that's it. It was super fast project. Involved some sewing, but came out amazing. I'm really happy with it. What do you guys think?